That's someone's voice. Oh, is this Barl? I don't have time for you, sir. I'm literally having a meltdown. Alright, get into the zone, girl. And how can I help you?
Come on. Really? It has been 3 days. And I am wondering what information it is you may have.
I'll let you know with a question. What hubris causes you to believe any of the children would bend the knee and that you could lead House Mondo? Let's be a little...
I think you might have misunderstood. I don't want to lead House Mondo. I don't want to lead any house. I see what happens to leaders. Or would-be leaders, if you will. And I don't want no one to bend the knee either. I ain't like Chuck. Or Dawkins. Or Higgins. All I want is for the filler who cast all this and planted the seed in the very beginning. I just want him to pay. That's all.
Did you not conspire with him? What makes you better?
I did not. My strength is what makes me better. You see, the way Chuck handled things, he created the greatest divide House Harkonnen has never known here on Arrakis, and may ever know. We haven't won a week of lands, Rad, since. We have been fighting each other since. He chose the wrong path and cast us down where we is. Because of that, he has shown he is not fit to lead his house. Or perhaps he may change his ways. I do not know. All I know is there is enough within House Mondo that wish to see him out of power, unless he's all just a bunch of liars. Matthias, Caliban, yourself, Hip. Sure yet, I'm starting to figure it out.
You do an awful lot of politicking for someone who doesn't wish to lead. And a lot of idle
I'm just a straight
threatening.
shooter.
A straight shooter, don't make me laugh. You listen to me. I have been trained in many things that would peel your brain wire by wire, setting it to flame before you could understand it. Don't attempt to deceive me. You are a weasel. A clever weasel, but a weasel nonetheless. And unfortunately, you have been biting the tails of animals much larger than you. The first thing you did when you came here was threaten me.
I told you it was not a
The
threat.
first thing you did with
that it was a
Bisu
promise.
was threaten him. It is a threat because should your hand grab a blade or gun, the consequences therein will be far greater for you than I assure you. Your promises mean nothing in the sands of Arrakis. You are in desperation. So tell me, what are your wishes? Why did you fake a will? Why do you manipulate? Why do you pull strings that you can't carry by yourself? And why do you politic with people who are clearly loyal to others? You act like an animal in a corner, and you wonder why I look at you with suspicion.
I will give you the answers you seek. Very much like Bisu. You've got things maybe, at best, half correct. I am no weasel, and I am not weak. I have survived thus far, and I have had progress in my endeavors. I have only succeeded where others have failed. I was charged by Viceroy Chauncey Susan Higgins to protect his slaves as they produced for House Harkonnen on Arrakis. He made it very clear to the heads of houses all they need was ask. They would have received anything they want. But, alas, he perished. And upon his death, it seems everyone forgot everything that I just said. You see, the people who was providing that, the income of spice, and titanium, and materials, well, they was more important alive than dead. But guess who was the only one to see such? You ask me why I conspire to create a wheel. Well, it was because I saw the loss of a great material wealth. Mundo himself knows how valuable I am. There are not many individuals out there as effective as myself with logistics. I am not a politician by any means, but I am not afraid to speak to those, even my enemies. And so I did such. But you see, I am the only Harkonnen wise enough to understand that two in the bush ain't worth shit when you've got one in your hand. And I had him in my hand. And well, if Mundo would have just kept his loyalty to me, as what he said he saw me as, perhaps a son in the future, all that underneath me would have been underneath him. But instead he chose to heed the word of whomever was advising him, which I can only presume is you. I saw you that day sitting at the table when he cast me out, when I told him the Viceroy promoted me to general. All this ever was the ego of men, far weaker than me. You claim me to be a weasel, but all I have ever done is succeed in creating one of the most productive houses on this here planet. While
So
everyone
wise,
else
so
finally reaches the
strong.
desert. I don't want your pity or your grace or whatever the hell it is you're doing. You see things your way, I see things mine. All I can tell you is you've got it wrong.
I go by action, Barl. What you're doing sows just as much discontentment and tears Harkonnen apart, just as much as anything Lord Mundo does. The way you were insulted that first day was just as ego-driven as he. Only you can't see it. Through all your wisdom, your strength, your battle prowess, your ingenuity, your wealth. You're just another one. Head too big for body. You don't know me. That was my first day with the house, and I learned quite a bit on that table about how people in Arrakis operate. My only job is to unite this house. And unfortunately, what I see versus what you see is important. You can dismiss me now, but you'll regret it later. I promise you that. Don't let your ego get in front of actual success. Stop this nonsensical violence and grasping at power with your weak hands and work together with everyone. Why must you be at the top of a pyramid built for everyone? You claim you don't want to lead, but you move the pieces on the board like you are trying to be a king. Your actions don't match your manipulations, and unfortunately, you have met someone who it does not work on. I have spoken with the children, and there is an understanding. House Mando wouldn't be led by anyone but Lord Mando or one of his children. And no matter the machinations, they will have wills of their own. My wisdom only goes as far as they will. Just like any of us, we are not the lords and ladies. If you were smart, you would never have let your feelings know. If you were strong and knew the art of war, you would never allow them not to underestimate you. And if you weren't crazy, you wouldn't be spouting dreams about being Shai Hulud's chosen one when you merely dodged death in the desert once. Every person has a different version of them, depending on the person who sees them. I wonder how many versions there are of you, Barl.
The only version that matters to me are of those at which I hold important. And in their eyes, I have succeeded in saving their lives. You call me a weasel, but I came to you with straight intentions, and you lied to me. You told me you was seeking strength, and you've got a convenient memory, because you say I split the house in two now, but everybody forgets what came before when old Barl was pleading for unity. There have been many times I could have struck down Lord Mundo or any of you. Even now, you stand in front of me. You talk of underestimation, but you know none of who I am or my past. You believe you could pull my mind piece from piece, but perhaps you would only get halfway before my blade sank into your chest. You are an aggressive woman, and you are foolhardy.
Aggressive, foolhardy.
I will leave you a presence, and I will see if whatever it is you are saying here comes true, but I believe, in the end, you will understand.
Good luck
All
in your
I ever
duel.
did was react to what I was given. As far as it comes to Shai Hulud and the Chosen One, I don't know what that shit means, but when you ride the top of a goddamn worm and you try to jump into its jaws, you call it what you will. Shit. I ain't got no goddamn ego. Y'all a bunch of silly gooses, man. I ain't never had no damn ego. All I ever did was try to help y'all.
Aggressive woman. Well, I mean, what's gonna happen if we fight? It's I don't know. They're lovely though. They're really good. These are all open, so it's all public. That was nice of him to come find us. Because I've been questing. Is that... That's not a construction tool. Uh-oh. Damn it. That's at my other house. Egotistical. Come on now. Is through? It is so. He did say that though. I've got literal footage of it. I'm going back through the conversation in my mind. I'm gonna have to edit it. I'm gonna go to the original conversation we had, and then I'm gonna do a edit compare. Poor guy. Not there. Oh yeah, I was gonna go into the research station. Let me make sure before I actually commit to this that Scord is gonna be there, because I don't want to waste a little time. That scene actually put me in a better mood, because I was actually miserable when he came across me, and the roleplay actually put me in such a better mood. Sometimes this game really gets me down with its fucking impossible to determine questing. I really struggle with it, and that was really nice. Yeah. No, he's doing everything she said he was doing. At least from her point of view, just from his actions. He's saying he's not a politician, but he's going around politicking. He's campaigning. He's like, he's basically laying it on the line with her. He is being very honest with her, but just because you're honest doesn't mean you're a good guy, right? He's being honest about wanting to manipulate the children and let them lead, but like be the hand that leads kind of thing. But he's no better than Lord Mundo, because they've all been acting like toddlers who are trying to all hold. Otherwise he wouldn't have orchestrated the fake will. Remember the meeting at the Harkonnen meeting where they like really shoehorned Dawkins in, and like he was like arguing for Dawkins and all this stuff, and they'd really done some underhanded stuff to get everything the way it was. They were really, it was very clear like a lot of weird underhanded stuff had gone on, and he was at the forefront of it. He was like literally at the forefront of it, and he was bragging about it. He's bragging about it. I don't know. Let me see if I can find this. I like the character. I don't know if he's gonna last beyond tonight though. He just played his, I don't know. It depends on him. He played his cards real wrong, because I don't think he's talking to a lot of people, and he's like, oh, are you guys all liars? Yes. Yes, we're Harkonnen. But she can't. That was the first day she was there, that meeting between him and Mundo. And yeah, Lord Mundo's being whiny and like, but he had every right to believe that Barl was being manipulative that day. Like that Barl all of a sudden wanted to be like a general for some guy. And it's just like, he's a strong warrior, yes. But wise, no. Not wise whatsoever. He's clearly a strong warrior. He's got his businesses. He can do all that stuff. But the rest of it, he's done too many chess moves in everyone's faces. And I don't see it going well. Like he's like, oh, I didn't make a threat, I made a promise. Like that, if you start out those conversations with people like, I will destroy you if you don't do this, that, and the other. And then he's like, I could kill you any second. Do it, bro. See what happens. See what happens. Go for it. I would love to see it. Even if we die right here and she's a Bene Gesserit. He'll sink her blade in, he'll sink his blade into her and she'll move her organs around it. So it looks like she's dead. And then she'll just come back. She'll be hurting, but she won't be dead. She doesn't underestimate him. She's just not going to play her hand in front of him, which he will do for her. It's very fascinating. It's very cool. It's very cool. Very fascinating. Out of character, it's just so juicy. Like, you know what I mean? All of it. I wonder what's gonna happen with Barl. I really do. But I can't betray the house for some guy that literally has been doing nothing but showing dissent and seeds of dissent. He's saying Lord Mundo's tearing everything apart. He's not. At this point, it's Barl doing it now, because everyone's starting to get along. If she's aggressive, it's because she needs to be. Because she's dealing with aggressive people. If you don't stay strong and 10 toes down, they will think you're weak. And they'll play you like a fool. He's calling her foolhardy. You're goddamn right. She will stand in front of the greatest warrior on this planet and look them in the eyes and not flinch, because that's what she has to do. That's exactly who she has to be to survive, you know? She was doing him a favor by warning him. She was doing him a favor by telling him to stop it, bend the knee, be quiet, plot in private. Plot in private. Do their bidding. Let it all go. Work with the house, and then when you get your moment, do it then. No one will cry over Lord Mundo, but you cannot go around expecting us to all go, yeah, we'll betray the house. Like, you can't expect that. It's too much to ask for nothing. It's too much to ask. She's in more danger, you know? He just doesn't get it. He's not thinking chess, he's checkers. And that's what he's not getting, and she can't explain that to him. She can't explain something he can't comprehend. He's too busy ego-driven right now. Oh, he left the house all sad, though. That was really rough. I'm here to talk to you about casual treason. Yes, exactly. Thank you. And I that's why she played along a little, is to get him, right? To basically, yeah, she lied. But she doesn't claim to be a good person. She's a Harkonnen, and, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, the Atreides are winning Landsrat, but that's because you aren't working with everybody. You're too busy, like, sowing dissent. And if you hadn't gotten... He got himself in the position of being executed. Because he wants too much. He's so eager to fight everybody. And that's fine, but remember who you're fighting against, you know? Why are you... Again, my whole thing, and I didn't say this to him because I don't want it to get back to Lord Mundo, but I'm thinking in my head, why are you trying to fight an old man right now? Is it because you're afraid of the Atreides in their prime? Like, let's focus. There will be nothing left of us. Absolutely. But somebody's got to bend the knee. And is it... Who's it gonna realistically be, Barl? Who's the beer thief, Barl? Who's the beer thief? You're the beer thief. You are. He's so cool, though. What a great character. I'll be eager to see what's happening tonight. How do I find... Where's Scortus Trail Arakian? One second, I gotta try and find this shit. I was in such a rotted mood before that. I love roleplay. Roleplay's the best. Okay, I talked to this lady. That's fine. This is not the right quest. Just wasted my time. I feel bad because it's like, I'm sorry, but I literally can't betray House Mundo for you. I'm really sorry, Barl, because you seem like a lot of fun and you probably are sick at everything, but we can't be doing that. And the thing is, she might have played ball if he hadn't immediately threatened her or promised her that he was gonna fuck her shit up. Cause he might still yet fuck her shit up, you know? He might yet. This can't be right. Maybe I gotta talk. Ugh. Do I have to talk to this guy in the bar? We're gonna try. It's gonna. I don't know. Probably late. Yeah, Ice Quinn. I'm like literally just trying to play. She doesn't even advise anybody. Fat chance. I try not to correct people when they misinterpret what she's like, because it's fine if they don't know things about her. It helps, you know. Ugh, but it can be frustrating. She's not even an advisor. She was a trainer to a son that's not taking power anytime soon. He put his helmet on because it probably protects him from the voice. Very smart move. I noticed that. I was like, ah. I love how he threatens her and then calls her aggressive. Like, what do you expect? What was I supposed to do? Oh, no. Barl. I hope I get to see the duel. I want to. If Barl wins the duel, that's crazy. It'll be so crazy, won't it? Wouldn't that be so juicy? We're not in his good books, I'll tell you that much. But he said it. He's like, I only care about the people. He said everything we need to know about him, right? He said, I only care about the people who are important to me. He didn't say about the people he loves. He uses people. It's all pawn bullshit. He didn't say he loves anybody. He said the people that are important to me. People will tell you to your face how bad a person they are. You just have to listen. He's mad because he's one of like 5 people that all want to have like the same sort of influence. He would love to be the new viceroy. You can't tell me he wouldn't love that. Oh, I love talking about this kind of stuff. Every role player on here is so fantastic.